Well, hello, everyone. It's good to see you all. Hey, Misha, why don't you tell us why we're here?
What? Why we're here? Why, we're here to play a game of Avatar Legends and wrap up with a thrilling conclusion of the Lowrow Tablet saga. I'm narrating it.
Yeah, we should probably let people know who people are, just in case.
Okay.
Everyone I see in chat is super familiar, but there are going to be people on the YouTube later who have no idea who these people are. So maybe start with
Well,
Tough.
yeah, go ahead, Tough.
Hi, I'm 98 Tough Love. You can find me on Twitch at 98 Tough Love. You can also find me at that on my Twitter handle. And I am playing Azalea, who is the icon, and she's definitely not in prison right now. Go Sin.
Hi, I'm Sin or Potato9_juice on Twitch or are not comics on Twitter and then are not art on Instagram. You can usually find me hanging out in chats on Twitch. Go SJ.
I am SJ_sidekick. I'm SJ sidekick everywhere. I am playing Dak, who is a young earthbending kid that's super excited, naive, and idealistic. Nico.
Yeah, I am Zero or Zero Daylight or Michael. I often run games, but sometimes I get a chance to play, especially when someone wonderful agrees to run them. You can find me a couple times a week here on the C Plus Content channel. That is live.cpluscontent.com or twitch.tv/C Plus Content. And on Sundays, most of the times you can find me over at the Juices TV program and Felicity channel playing not D&D anymore, at least not for a while. We're going to try some different stuff. So yeah, I am very online right now. So hey, Mish, tell us about you.
Yeah, I'm Misha. Misha less than 3 here on Twitch. I don't really stream, but you can go to my Twitter, which is at Misha Weha, where I mostly tweet about this and WoW things. But at any rate, let's do a quick summary of what happened last time. So this group kind of met to get together to help Azalea protect the Lowrow tablet, which is of some significance to the Earth Kingdom. It's been stolen twice, maybe 3 times at this point. But at any rate, after a series of investigations at the Fire Nation Embassy in the city of Chu, they were unable to recover the tablet and basically decided to deal with it the next day. The next day, they didn't really know where they were going to go, but Dak heard there was a thief out in the streets, so he heroically chased the thief, and the rest of the group caught up, did a cool Akira slide on Lily, the saber-toothed moose line, and stopped the thief, who had stolen a bag from Azalea's friend. Azalea, your friend's name, please.
Eining.
She's the worst.
Yes, here it is. Eining, who happened to be in town, weirdly. Quick investigation led them to know that Eining had actually stolen that stuff from Naomi's brother, Captain Saki, whom they knew was in possession of the tablet. So they stole that stuff from Eining, and I believe regrouped and summoned a tiny spirit dragon who led them to the Fire Nation military barracks where Captain Saki was. They managed to just, they met him at a tea house.
Well, Shashi was super awesome and delivered the ring to entice him to meet us at the tea house. Shashi is MVP.
Yes, who is a flutterbat. Very cute. Dances. Yeah, this campaign really is condoning theft. There's a lot of theft in this. Meet him at a tea house. There's a hilarious scene where you see Go serving tea and missing this entire group as he got busy. But at any rate, they meet Saki there, convince him that they are going to join the Fire Nation. He takes them into the prison, shows them the tablet, and then they say, "We lied. We want the tablet. Join us." And everyone was super convincing. So instead of fighting him, he was all like, "Cool, let's go." And then Nico's mom, another Fire Nation captain, blasts through the ceiling. There is a dramatic, fiery fight in which Nico loses his cool, I believe, lights the whole room on fire, and then blasts off out of the building like rock propelled. Dak thinks he has somehow been blown off the face of the earth. Azalea gives the tablet to Dak and rushes him out of the room. I presume against Dak. Dak was probably protesting this as he was unable to leave the fight at all.
It's one of my ideals.
Yeah,
Never
fight
leave
till
a
the
friend
bitter
behind.
end.
And also, I accidentally chose a move that doesn't let me leave.
So Dak was forcibly escorted from the fight with the tablet along with Naomi and Naomi's brother Saki, and they jumped on the back of a dragon and escaped while Azalea surrendered to the captain. Captain
Wen Choyan.
All right. Did I miss anything?
My mom is the worst. In game. My actual mom's pretty cool,
and
but in
Dak
game.
currently believes Nico to be dead
Yes.
Yes.
and is crying on the back of a dragon.
Yes.
There's a lot of captains here in town, but listen, it's fine.
Look at me.
Wouldn't be
I am
me.
the captain now.
Yes.
Okay. So let's start with Azalea immediately as the fight is ending. You have been bound and probably awaiting departure to some sort of prison cell. Still in the room of this research hall at the top of their base. Captain Shoyan is there guarding you, and she turns to the soldiers have pulled their pants back up, as I believe Naomi had
Yeah.
loosened all of their belts, and their pants did fall down. They're all recovering, and she says, "Report, did you capture the others?" And the guard goes, "No, ma'am." Why not? I think they escaped on a dragon. And she just looks at him like, what? So let me see, where was I going with this? Dragon. Those dragons are extinct, she says, unless he was actually telling the truth about them existing. And the soldier just salutes awkwardly because this is above his pay grade. She turns to Azalea and says, What do you know about this?"
I don't know anything.
Likely story. Well, I think we got what we need from this situation. Take her to the prison, and then you are escorted out of the building. Let's see. I think I just needed that scene so that way you could see that they know that you escaped on a dragon. Let's go to the dragon now. That's exciting. You're flying in the sky. Captain Saki, I guess just Saki now. He might have defected from the Fire Nation at this point. Is looking at, let's see, Naomi and Dak, who are with him on the dragon back. And he says, well, good thing it was cloudy tonight. Otherwise, he wouldn't have come to help us out. Got to keep a low profile here.
Jack is just crying and just like, this is so cool.
And he's like, he's giving Naomi a look like, shit, is he going to be okay?
Naomi looks back at Taki like, he'll be fine. Probably. It's okay. Just, she'll reach over and attempt to pat Dak on the back like it's okay. It's okay. The dragon won't hurt you. It's okay.
Yes, that's exactly Dak's concern.
Yeah, Jack is like,
I
think we were like headed to the forest or something to.
Yeah.
Out
Saki's going to ask. We're probably going to have to land outside of town. Do you know a good place to go to once we land? I don't think the dragon can stay with us.
I think we have a base of operations or something.
We do.
All right. We can land over here by these trees, and so you do. The dragon looks pretty cool. As far as dragons go,
Just chilling.
Looks cool. Lowers to the ground. Saki will go over and pat the dragon's snout area, face, before it flies up back into the air, looking regal and cool.
Out of curiosity, what kind of dragon is it? Because there's different types of dragons, right?
I think in Avatar, all the dragons are sort of like Eastern dragons, so they're more like snakes.
Yep.
In particular, probably all kind of red and fire based from
Okay.
what we've seen. If I recall the one dragon episode that I watched so long ago.
Yeah, what exactly does it look like, and what does it sound like, and what's its name? And
What's its favorite
name,
color?
How you call it?
Zach's already drawing a comic book of it.
Let's see. Naomi, do you want to comfort and support Dak?
Sure.
I mean, someone needs to.
very upset.
Which is a roll with harmony. And you can go ahead and talk more if you'd like about what you're going to say to him.
It's an 8. So Naomi would go over and be like, it's okay. You can talk to me if you want. Well, I don't know exactly what you might be going through. I maybe can help in some way. I don't know, but I'd like to help and at least be a shoulder you can cry on, literally, if you want.
Dak is just, gonna, like, we have to save Azalea and avenge Nico.
We will. We will. I know it. I can feel it. We will definitely save them. And then we can be together again and then go find Go and then all have tea together.
He's definitely holding on to the tablet too and not like letting go.
All right. Are you? I think you're opening up to Naomi, Dak.
I mean, that's what I'm upset about is I think, Nico is dead and am worried about Azalea. And now I have no Earth Bros. It's all Firebenders. I'm the only one.
I mean, you kind of were always the only one, but that's okay.
Oh,
That's okay. Don't worry about that. Naomi, you can ask Dak a question at this point. And if they answer the question honestly, they can clear a condition or 2 fatigue.
Yeah.
I think a good question might be, why do we have to avenge Nico? Because I think everyone else knows that Nico just kind of blasted off into space like Team Rocket.
Yeah. I think it was only Dak who was shielding
my
himself
face from fire
and didn't
yeah.
see what happened.
Let's see.
Okay. Naomi would ask why we would have to avenge Nico.
How cold? How dare you? Nico, that guy's dead.
Yeah, Jack is gonna like look
What?
at her like super confused, like, what do you mean? Like, mean lady exploded him and he's gone and we have to avenge him and bring justice and to his memory and be my Earth bro and
Okay. We'll avenge him.
and Jack is just like, yeah.
I like the
just has no idea
acceptance.
what's going
I
on.
was like,
Just like, yeah, okay.
sure.
I don't understand what this kid's on about, but okay.
All right.
Well,
then.
Dak, for your honest answer, you may clear 2 fatigue.
Wait, I have a lot of that.
No reason that anyone has any of that. And with the dragon having left, Saki's like, well, I guess we'll go to your hideout. Hey, Nico, are you at the hideout right now?
Yeah.
Okay. So, however long it takes to trek back into town, get past the gate guards or whatever, because, you know, they probably close the gates at night, and it's definitely night at this point, I think. But at any rate, you get back to the hideout, and there you all see, well, all of you except Azalea, see Nico.
Yep. I'm just kind
He's
of
like,
sitting in a corner. The walls and floor around me might be slightly scorched. And I'm just kind of staring at the middle of the floor. But Shashi, who has been kind of hovering, being a pest, will react immediately and be very friendly and fly over to everyone and kind of like, what's up with this guy?
Dak is immediately upon sight, Nico, and just like run, almost like tackle, hug him, and is gonna do that thing that kids do, where like they're crying and trying to talk, but they're not breathing. Through the crying, they're like, I thought you were dead, and you exploded, and I. And they, Azalea, they took, and she went. She's not here. The jail, and he's like trying to explain, like as he's just like his face is buried into
Hey there, buddy. Yeah. So Azalea was captured?
he's gonna just like nod into him.
I'm super duper sorry that I lost control of myself.
Dak's gonna like kind of lift his head and like, what do you mean?
So that lady is my mom.
Dak's gonna take a step back and like just look at him super confused, like not really sure what to say and having a hard time putting it together. Like, your mom is Fire Nation?
Yeah.
What about your dad?
Him too.
But then how are you Earth Nation?
I'm not really anything.
Dak's gonna like look at, Naomi and Suki behind him and look back at Nico, and it's just like kind of, takes another step back and is just super confused and processing.
Yeah. I can't be part of what they do. But if I tell people where I'm from, I'm not super welcome here. So I just kind of don't talk about it. I'm sorry I didn't tell you before, but yeah.
So we're not Earth Bros.
If you want to be Earth Bros, we're Earth Bros.
We could just be bros.
Okay.
But bros don't lie to each other.
I know. I'll do better. And next time I see my mom, I'm not going to lose control. That's what she wanted. She knows too well how to push my buttons. I feel awful about what happened. And I'm going to make it right.
We're gonna save Azalea?
If I have to burn the whole thing down, yes.
That's a little scary. Dak doesn't say that, but it's...
And there's maybe a little bit of in the eyes.
Yeah.
Yep.
But not with Azalea in it, right?
Right.
Or us.
Dak, loyalty is super important to me. And I've made my choice. And
us, right?
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, buddy. It's you guys. I mean, the one thing I'll say I got from my folks is once I make a decision, there's no going back. So, yep. But you got to take care of yourself, bud. You can't just go toe to toe with every threat. You got to have a way out. I mean, I was hoping that basically going Nova would create a distraction, but you got to be more careful.
You exploded.
Kinda I did.
I didn't know you could do that.
Yeah, I try not to. It tends to, raise questions, put people off a little bit.
But that's why I thought you were dead, because I didn't know.
I'm sorry. No,
and I just froze.
I had to get out because if I had stayed there, I could have hurt you guys. And I wasn't going to do that. So, by the way, my mom is a really not great person. And if she has Azalea, then who knows what she's planning on doing. And she knows that I'm connected with Azalea, which is not going to make it any easier on Azalea. So we probably need to come up with a plan on the quick. But we're no good if we're all banged up and super exhausted. So I think we need to figure out what our next step is.
I'm going to jump in here for a few mechanical things. Dak, does Dak forgive Nico for his betrayals?
Well, yes.
Betrayal.
Well, right. For lying.
Yeah.
he kind of understands it, and he's honestly, the thing is, he's just happy Nico's alive, so that's helping.
That's good. Go ahead and move your balance towards forgiveness.
Okay. Back.
And then Nico, would you like to roll a comfort and support?
I mean,
For Dak?
I can try.
You can try for sure.
Oh no, my harmony's flat. I thought
Yeah.
it's my passion that's low because I'm cold and
People
calculating.
can still give, major and minor boons.
Oh, that's right. That's the thing. I forgot. Sorry. Oh, that's 9.
That's nice. If someone wants to help, they can ask questions of each other. Well, I feel like we kind of covered it, and then we can clear extra conditions, perhaps.
From the prison, Azalea will do nothing.
Stay in that prison.
Yeah.
Well, I'll take Wolf's major boon and reroll my 1.
Okay. Then I don't have to track it.
Well, that went from a 3 to a 4, so that makes it 10.
All right, perfect. I feel like that conversation was close enough to asking each other questions and having some honest conversation. So both Nico and Dak can clear a condition or 2 fatigue.
Cool.
Rid of all my fatigue.
Dak's like, I'm ready. I'm ready. So while you all are discussing a plan, let's cut to the prison. The captain had escorted you to the prison most of the way, but once you were there and taken in the processing, they took you to a cell, and from across the way, you see a familiar face. Your Aunt Willow, who sees you arrive and stares at you, waits for the guards to leave.
And she's super approving and supportive, right?
Oh, obviously,
Oh, yes, of
yeah,
course,
for
of
sure. That's definitely, yep. Mm-hmm.
Do they have the tablet?
No,
Dak has it.
I'm not gonna tell her that I gave it to an 8-year-old child.
Yes.
It's as safe as I could get it in the situation that we were in.
Her body language was pretty tense, but she relaxes a little bit upon hearing that they don't have the tablet. And then she says, "And you're otherwise okay?"
Yeah, managed to avoid most of the worst of that fight. I almost got away, but I couldn't leave people behind. That wasn't right.
Well, you know what else is not right? Losing the tablet. No.
Well, in fairness, I'm pretty sure I know where the tablet is.
No. Your aunt doesn't bend, right? I kind of assumed that she didn't. All right.
No.
Just double checking. And let's see. What else does she do? Let me double check one thing. She sits back and says, "Well, hope you make yourself comfortable. This is a lot tougher than the last place I had to bust out of."
So, you don't have a plan to get out of here?
Well, I had a plan, and then they moved me to this facility a couple hours ago.
Oops.
Yeah, I see. It'll take a little bit. How about you take a look around to see if you can find anything in there?
Yeah, sure.
Assess the situation uses creativity.
I mean, at least it's a flat roll, but Azalea's not the most creative. That's a 6.
Yeah, it looks like a prison cell.
I don't see anything. I think she's probably like mentally kind of internally freaking out because she doesn't know if the tablet's actually safe. And also she gave it to Dak. And she's very concerned about that.
Excuse you. Dak is taking his job very seriously.
She's just not sure if he would take it, like, I mean, I know that he's taking it seriously. She doesn't know if he's taking it seriously or if he's trying to be a comic book superhero. So she has mild concerns.
Why can't it be both?
What if he just has clumsy 8-year-old hands and
At least he
drops the
didn't fling
tablet?
it into a guard's face and break it into a bunch of pieces this time.
I mean, yeah, there's that.
Yeah,
There's
that's
that
exactly
too.
what she's picturing. And she's sitting there like, yeah, it's totally safe. I promise. It's fine. Is there like
Your aunt isn't saying much. She's rummaging around her own cell a bit. A guard passes, and I assume you both kind of stop and like look like you're nonchalantly doing nothing.
Is there like a window that looks outside or anything?
There is not a window, actually. The interior is just a solid wall. In fact, this prison looks like it was made to also contain earthbenders. So it is metal all around. Ceiling, floor. The metal bars, the full wall that's facing the interior hallway is just bars with a bar door, as you do. Obviously, there are not too many cells in here. It's like a hallway, and then there's cells on either side. So it's probably like a block of 10 cells or so in total, because it's probably a pain to build metal prison cells all the time.
Yeah.
But then there is a small a burst of red color that you see out of the corner of your eye, and a tiny translucent dragon floats right up to you and chirps in your head now.
Oh no.
What's going on? Are you playing a game? Why are you in the box?
I'm stuck in the box because they don't like me, so they put me in a box to keep me trapped.
What are you talking about? Says your aunt from across the way.
I'm just talking about a plan to myself.
Who's that?
That's my aunt.
Oh, she's pretty big for an ant.
Oh, I should have let Neil
The
make
pain
it
on your face is
captured.
worth it.
And this is how Misha ruins dragons for everyone. It's fine. It's
They
fine.
all love puns.
Fine.
Just this dragon. It's very
Fine.
small.
Look, do you think you could help us find a way out of here, little buddy? Or go get somebody?
Get somebody?
Yeah.
I can do that.
Do you think you
And
could?
the dragon flies off before you can say anything else.
Oh no.
So at this point, Azalea, if you want to play Saki, I wrote him up quick as the Guardian because I think we won't be seeing Azalea till we do the prison break.
Okay.
But you can switch over when appropriate.
Cool.
Yeah. Let me grab him up on my other sheet too. So the rest of you have been discussing a plan. I'm sure it's been going great. Beautiful plan. Really loved it.
Jack definitely wants a really good plan to face our mom. Is his name for Nico's mom, because he would be our son. You know, like arson. And that's the names he's workshopped.
Whoa!
Yes!
He's actually been workshopping names. Nico, what do you think? I've been workshopping some new superhero names for me. What do you think of the name of Rock Hard?
I'm sorry, Nico isn't here right now. Zero is too busy redeeming infinite major veins. I'll get right back to you in a moment. Yeah, but I think that you should give it a try.
As I want it to be like, if we face off again, like, you know, something that's really, you know.
I mean, you could just be. I mean, Dak is pretty cool, right?
Well, yeah, but every hero has the, you know, has a secret identity. So I have the mask.
Yeah, but
Nobody knows who I am because I've been wearing the mask the whole time.
yeah. Sometimes, I mean, I get where you're coming from, but sometimes wearing a mask is not like maybe you just want to make sure that you're able to take it off at the end of the day and not lose sight of who you are.
I'd rather be Rock Hard.
Okay. I'll give it a try. and yeah, although he's still like a little emotionally wrought, I think Nico will kind of smile at that because it's silly. Sure, Rock.
So what's the plan? Also, is this like, do we know where the prison is? Did we figure that out yet?
No.
Okay.
Hey, Saki.
Yes.
What do you know about where they may have taken Azalea?
It's a good question. What do I know about when they may have taken Azalea?
You know of several facilities that would have been likely yeah, I mean you can list off about 5 different places where there'd be appropriate prisons.
Yeah, so let's see. There's one on the north side of town, there's one on the south, there's the eastern and western, and then of course there's one in the middle. So if we want to check all of those,
I mean, that's a lot of prisons.
One of them will be right.
That's a lot of prisons. You don't have any idea, like specifically, have you heard about a woman named Willow who was captured from an Earth Temple just a couple of days ago? Because maybe if we can find where she is and free her, she can help us locate Azalea.
I don't think you have specifically heard about Willow.
Well, we know where they were. We know where they were holding Willow, so we should head there and check it out. If she's there, we bust her out, and if she isn't there, we convince the guards to tell us where she is now.
By force.
Yep.
Sounds believable.
Yeah, we can do that. Maybe if word hasn't spread too quickly, I can try to get us in there without, problems.
Can we ride the dragon again?
That might be a little too dangerous with all the people. It'd be a little obvious if we were to ride in on a dragon.
Easier to break in, though.
Harder to be sneaky.
All right. Prison Break Part 1. Definitely the correct prison.
We're trying to get in with the guy that's now known to be a defector.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's fine. He doesn't have a change of clothes.
Yeah.
I mean, Dak should probably change because his clothes are probably cinched to all heck.
Probably.
But that would mean going by his aunt's house, and that's kind of scary because he hasn't checked in a long time and he doesn't want to get yelled at.
Are we doing a let's go get some fresh clothes run?
Shopping spree.
I told you it was
Dak
going to be a
doesn't
shopping
really
episode. It's like Azalea's fine.
Yeah, she's fine. Let's all go to Nerders.
Right? Nerders does have a branch here, by the way, just so we're clear.
Yes.
It's a multiversal franchise.
All right, where to?
I guess this prison that we're supposedly somehow casing and hoping it's the right one. Otherwise, big gamble.
Yes. All right.
I mean, Dak is game.
Yeah, I think Naomi is maybe the best one to run point on this, because Naomi is neither a random person off the street nor a potential turncoat to the Fire Nation. So maybe Naomi, you do some weird, very emotional potato magic like you did last time. Whatever that
Potato magic?
whatever that is. There's a very tragic story involving potatoes and starving and death.
Naomi, did you find the ancient potato artifact?
God.
Why didn't you tell me?
I don't know. I don't think it's the ancient potato artifact, but this guy, he gave me this potato and said it was lucky. And we got into this
What if it's the ancient
place.
potato artifact? What if it is the lucky ancient potato artifact? We gotta study it right now.
I mean, Azalea got taken. I don't know how lucky it is.
Yeah, but she got taken when you told me to leave it at home.
No.
Oh, yeah,
We should
see, that's a
definitely take the
commonly
potato
known
this
fact about the lucky potato artifact is that if you leave it behind, it curses you with bad luck.
So, Dak,
Naomi.
this is not the reason that I left the Fire Nation, but it's one of them. Just so we're clear.
They're pretty weird.
This kind of nonsense is more common than you would expect.
Yeah, this is definitely ridiculous, but, just in case, we should probably bring the potato.
Yeah, be sure to bring the potato.
We probably
Naomi.
should, just in case. You never know.
Got it.
There's
In my
dragons coming out
pocket.
of spoons. Man, I don't know what's happening.
Hey, what happened to Spoonie?
Oh yeah, you had some other artifacts, right, Naomi?
Yeah, they're in my pocket, all nice and safe.
We might need those.
All right. So you head to the prison that you recall. I think it's still kind of the middle of the night. It's been a few hours at this point. I think we're reaching that pre-dawn phase, maybe. No one slept, but that's fine. You'll be fine.
Will we?
Maybe. If anyone yawns in real life, though, you can just mark a fatigue then, right?
Black out the camera. Black out the camera.
Oh, sorry.
Oh no, my OBS
Transmission's
Saying the
breaking
word
up.
makes me really want to too, and I'm fighting it. I mean, it's just the word.
It's challenge mode of the game. All right, at the prison, there are a couple guards. This one's just like, it's not very big. This is sort of like where you might take people who are drunk and you throw them in there for a bit, and common street thieves and kind of stuff. It's a wooden building, pretty simple. There's some guards standing up front. There's probably an intake room up there as well. It's probably where they are. And Naomi approaches.
Yeah, Naomi would approach, walk over to the guards, be like, "Hi, I think my family member has been taken into custody, and I would like to bail him out, please.
I do have the name of him.
Yeah, name, please.
Emotional support
we got
potato.
two in here.
It would be Zhao Shen of the Fire Nation.
Zhao Shen, Let me see. We got a.
I hope that's like the Chris or Matt of the Fire Nation.
Yeah, there's just a million of them.
Probably we got a Ziha. We got a Palon, Tanan. Azio. No, I don't see anyone by that name here.
You know, sometimes when he gets really, really into, you know, the adult fun time juice, he forgets his name and starts telling everybody that he's this guy or this guy. So, you know, if you let me in and I can see him, I can tell you which one he is, and then we'll all be good.
Okay. Go ahead and roll to plead with this guard to let you in.
Does she get advantage for having the potato?
No. You can roll with harmony.
Nine.
We do have one minor boon and one major boon. If you would like to use the minor boon to kick that up to a 10.
Sure.
Cool.
All right. We use the minor boon, and the guard goes, all right. You seem trustworthy. And opens the door, lets you go in.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Then Naomi wanders in.
All right. As you wander in, it's easy to scan the cells and see that no one of Azalea's aunt's description is in here. It is indeed like 4 drunk guys.
Naomi would turn around and walk back out and be like, sorry I bothered you. He must have not been taken in. I don't know. Maybe my dad bailed him out, you know. He usually gets on things pretty quick. It's weird. I don't know. I thought he was sleeping. So thank you for your time. And she'll like pull out just like a little gemstone and give it to him or the guard and be like, here's this is for your time. Thank you very much. And then she'll wander
No
away.
problem. Good luck finding him.
Naomi just casually bribing guards without realizing it.
Just gonna pocket that one. Maybe go on vacation. Now what do you do, Naomi?
So Naomi would return to the group wherever they're hiding out and be like, so Azalea's aunt is not in that prison. So we got 4 left to go.
How do you know? What if there's a secret room underneath where they like torture people and stuff?
It's possible.
I'm pretty sure that's only at the northern one.
In fact, eyes go wide like...
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's at all of them. But that's okay. Cool. Do we just want to just head out to another one? Or do you think, like, could you find out from the guards, like, where she might have been taken? Just because I mean, I don't want to leave Azalea being potentially tortured any longer than we need to.
Yeah.
I could totally go back and
Show him your potato or
ask
something.
around. Yeah, totally. So Naomi would walk back and be like, hey. So,
Yes.
I met up with my family and they said that my mom got like captured by the Fire Nation because she did something bad while also under the influence, you know. Well, I didn't see her in there, but do you know if there's somewhere else she would have been taken? Possibly.
All right, go ahead and roll a trick. At this point, because you just asked about an uncle, now you're asking about a mom.
Your family has issues. Just saying.
That's a roll with plus creativity.
Oh, I got 10 plus on the last one. I feel like that should carry over somewhat.
And that,
To be honest,
Maybe
a
it's
gem.
probably a
or
plus
something.
1 on this one just because you gave him a diamond or whatever.
Well, yeah, that too.
yeah.
So my creativity is +2, but I have foolish from the fight with Nico's mom, which is -2 to trick. So that's a flat roll. And I got a 9. But
You
if
should
it's
have an extra +1 because your creativity should be maxed to +3.
okay, it'll be a 10.
Yeah.
Lovely.
All right. You can pick 2 that they stumble, they act foolishly, which I believe is going to be telling you some gossip, and they overcommit. They are deceived for some time.
I think it would be to act foolishly to get the gossip and then maybe overcommit.
Okay. So the guard goes like, all right, well, you didn't hear this from me, but there was a lady prisoner here earlier tonight. She was been here for like a day or two. I don't know if that's your mom you said? Doesn't matter. But she got taken to the secure facility. You know, the one for earthbenders. It was weird because she was here and she definitely didn't earthbend. Which is also weird because you're Fire Nation and she wouldn't be able to earthbend anyway. But that doesn't matter, he says, you know, reaching into his pocket and just like holding that gem in his hand as he goes through all the fallacies in your story and then goes like, but that doesn't matter right now. What matters is that we're having a conversation, me, a trusted person who loves tips. So but they took it to security facility. I think it's the one on the north side of town. You know, the one with the secret basement? Oh, shoot. I wasn't supposed to tell you about the secret basement.
Right.
My bad. Keep that quiet.
Your secret's safe with me, I promise.
No, thanks. Thanks. Thank you. Thank you.
Wow.
Oh, yes, of course. Any day.
This dude's going to buy so many cabbages.
Exactly.
All right, have a good one, and then she'd walk away, return to the group. So, I think Azalea's aunt is in the northern one because they said that there was a lady that was in that one, but then was transferred over to the northern one. So that might be Azalea's aunt.
And do you share the whole, that's where they put earthbenders?
Yeah, that's what the guard said. And it also has a secret basement to torture people in.
I mean, yeah.
That was the one with the secret basement.
Yeah.
That means I can't use earthbending to get in.
Well, maybe. I mean, it's mostly, I suspect, designed to keep people out, like prisons. We'll see. So, Saki, if that's the spot where they send people who are earthbenders, I assume that's probably where they sent Azalea.
Probably. We should check it out.
Yeah. So, how do we get in?
Maybe we can dress as a Fire Nation. Like I can, I don't know, with the help of Saki, make us pass as like Fire Nation trainees to try to get in.
Is
Maybe.
this like when it says northern because it's for earthbenders? Is this like out in the water or something where there's no, or is it just like so much metal in between that unless you're the
Listen, I
most
didn't think
powerful
that far
earthbender?
ahead. Probably just so much metal.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that makes the most sense. I know there's a lake near Chu, and perhaps this is also close to the lake, maybe in a swampier area. Yeah, that sounds nice. We'll go with swamp.
Like wood.
Swamp, wood, lots of metal.
Yeah.
Like they just took a ship and put it there.
I mean, wood I can deal with, but I want to be careful. I don't want to, I don't mind burning the place.
Everyone.
I don't want to burn the place down, but I want to get everyone out first. So we need I guess we could just bluff our way in. My worry is that somehow my mom figured out that we were the ones who have been interfering. She knew that we were the ones from the embassy. The guards didn't when they let us in. But if she knows, that means people are going to be on the lookout for us. I'm sure she's put the word out.
How would they know I wore a mask?
I don't know. Just good guesses or something. It could just be that your superhero identity is becoming so famous that
I mean, realistically, not Dak. If they see like the same, like similar descriptions in a kid, that's kind of
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the
I'm-
giveaway.
aside from Go being there the first time,
Yeah.
that would have maybe have tripped it up a little bit. But
I mean, that's what Nico was thinking, but he's trying to you're just getting so famous, bud, that gotta mix it up.
good thing I changed my name.
Yeah, that will probably help. Do you know how to walk on stilts?
I've never tried.
Because we could get you some pants, like long pants and short stilts, and like an overcoat and a big floppy hat. And if they're looking for like 3 tall people and 1 short person, that might help. Like we could make you like a 6 foot tall person. That might
Can I try to
throw 'em off.
earthbend myself rock legs that make me taller?
Yeah, rely on your skills and training.
All right.
Just really heavy platform shoes.
Okay, what is my rely on skills and training is plus what? Focus?
Yes, plus focus.
Okay, I think I added +1, so I only have a 0 in there. I got a 7. It's a hit in this game.
Yeah, that's a hit.
Okay. I always forget if it's 6 or 7.
All right, you do it imperfectly.
Good thing this is practice. This is practice. My first time trying
It's your first time. So the unexpected consequence is that, yes, you do have cool rock legs, but they're like super heavy rock legs. So every time you take a step, it's like,
I have to actively earthbend each time.
yeah, it's a lot of
Obvious.
effort. doesn't look very natural. So you can either accept that consequence, or you can mark one fatigue as everyone in the room goes, have you tried making them smaller? And then you have to try making them smaller and eventually whittle them down to more appropriate stilt shapes.
Oh, okay. So I mark one fatigue?
Yes.
Okay. And do that, and then you're practicing a little bit, and then take that advice and try to make it smaller and like this. And then I have weapons too when we go in.
Yeah.
All right. You'll still need to get some pants and stuff, I guess. Shopping trip, if you will.
Yeah, just some like, I don't know, Saki, Naomi, whatever you think would be believable.
Sure, we can
I
find.
have to wear
something.
Fire Nation pants.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I'll do it. An undercover mission.
I mean, the good news is that bell bottoms are in the Fire Nation this season, so that'll help.
Fire Nation's
I mean, we
weird.
call them flares because, fire but see, I can play that game too. It just hurts me inside to do it.
They're very
I'm
lit.
so happy.
Yes, they're very loud. Oh, God.
I'm taking so much psychic damage, and I just can't.
Oh, and now Twee is going to bane me for puns.
Ha.
Wow. Thanks,
Dak
Red.
is gonna.
I'm going to set up so we can bane chat. You just escalated
just
this
ban 'em.
situation, brother. I'm
You
just
take
saying.
away the E and just full on ban.
Major ban.
Yeah.
Major ban. Yeah. Minor ban is a timeout. Dak is gonna be very adamant though that he gets to bring his mask in a pocket or something.
Okay.
Naomi would like to use the move walk this way to help convince that we're all part of the Fire Nation who sneak in.
Okay.
Yes.
Ah,
Wow, it's right there. It's literally perfect for this situation.
should we like stuff rocks in our pockets or something just so folks will have? Be like so
I'm
like.
spinning just me. I'm the only
Is it-
earthbender.
I was gonna say, isn't that one the only one that needs them?
Oh yeah,
We
that's
don't
true.
have to go with us. Yeah,
Yeah. Okay.
the only earth bro left.
Okay. Well, I was just thinking if there are other earthbenders in there because it's a facility for earthbenders.
Oh, yeah, we could break everybody out.
I mean, it seems like a good idea. I mean,
Well, I always have my bag of rocks.
all right,
Only
I'll-
the best rocks.
I'll take some rocks and stuff them in my pants or something. The more we can, I mean, as long as it's not obvious, the more material we can provide, the more likely they're going to be able to break out.
All right.
Then we
Naomi,
burn the place down.
what'd you get for your roll on the walk this way?
So I got the plus for creativity would be 3, right?
Yeah.
'Cause- yeah, okay,
Yes,
so it's a
yeah.
12.
Ooh.
All right. Cool. So you have coached them very well to walk like you're part of the Fire Nation and not suspiciously like you have Earth stilt legs.
I assume I've been told not to talk as well.
Right.
Probably not. Yeah.
Like keep my face up. Yeah.
And with that coaching, you make your way across town to the prison. Yeah. So you can observe the facility. It is On the north side of town, which is a little swampier, as we were talking about, there's a few more trees around. It's still within the main walls of the city, but there's a smaller lake that's connected to the much larger lake at the far edge of town. And the prison, it's like that Magneto plastic prison situation where you have to go across like that metal bridge, and then it's the prison, and then this also implies that it must be a way to go underneath the lake for the secret basement part of it, which is pretty neat. Though perhaps not the most efficient when you're trying to stop earthbenders, but let's not worry about that part right now. So what would you like to do now that you're here at the prison?
Well, you just go in and lie? I don't know. Saki.
Yeah.
What's the code word if things go bad?
Saki is wanted. Maybe we go in and don't say a lot and just be like all hoity-toity and you don't need to know our business. And then if they don't just let us in, we say that we have a very sensitive prisoner that we're bringing in, and it's you, Saki.
Sure. Guess that works.
And we're trying to keep it quiet that there's a defector because we don't want anyone getting any ideas. As a fallback, like, we're not supposed to tell you this, but this guy's a defector, and we're trying to keep it quiet. So, shh.
As you mention this plan, nearby a workman's whistling as he slaps up a wanted poster, suspiciously of the lot of you guys. The mask is included.
Well, then we're safe.
And
then we're fine because he's not wearing the mask.
Exactly.
Like 3 feet taller.
Something like that. And the workman whistles as he continues to go about the street slapping these posters up.
Yeah, I think that'll work.
I mean, I don't have a better idea.
It's worth a shot.
I mean, the alternative would be to say we have an earthbender, but I'm not going to do that.
No. I think I will work just fine.
Yeah. I mean,
We could drop our mom's name or that other guy, Captain Crispy's name, if they ask.
Yeah. I don't know, man. We're just gonna have to get lucky, I guess. Thank goodness we brought the potato.
What's the code word if things go bad for me to start, earthbending and knocking people out?
Things are bad. I think that usually signifies that things are bad.
That's not super cool, but okay.
What about potato?
I like
Yeah, but you bring that up all the time. What if you accidentally bring it up?
Oh, yeah, that's true.
Yeah, I did kind of want to learn more about the potato. I mean, to be honest,
How
like
about
potato.
it's potato time? That way, if it just comes up, just don't say those words in that order, and we'll know it's okay.
Got it.
Okay? This is a terrible plan.
The time of the potato is nigh.
Right?
Dak will definitely mess it up, like, potatoes time.
Potatoes attack.
All right. It sounds like to me we're about to approach yet another group of Fire Nation guards and asking them entry to another place.
This is what we do.
Theft and deception.
I greatly appreciate this.
We need like a frequent visitor card or something. It's like, get that final punch, we get free entry.
Yeah,
Look, it's
exactly.
worked so far. We just need Naomi to keep doing the talking because despite the ridiculous things she says sometimes, it works every time.
All right. You approach, and I presume Naomi is leading the charge here.
Sure.
Okay. The guards who are standing at the main walkway to get there, they are actually on the main street, and then the walkways to get into the prison. The first two guards cross their spears in front of you as you approach and say, "No entry."
Let us in. Naomi stands tall, like.
Oh.
Yeah, I think
They
Nico and
say-
Naomi are gonna be.
Yeah.
Jack is gonna be quiet as instructed.
Yeah.
They say no entry under the orders of Captain Shoyang.
Well, under my orders of Lieutenant Lee, they say we can go in, and Lieutenant
First
beats
of all,
Captain.
Yeah, Lieutenant is lower than
that's
Captain.
definitely lower than Captain.
Major is probably,
Major.
Yeah.
Major
Admiral
Lee.
Major. Very good. Okay.
He's majorly disappointed in Naomi right now.
Major
Yeah.
hater.
Yeah.
Look, we all had to make one at some point. It had to happen.
The worst.
Go ahead and roll a trick.
Can
Except,
I was gonna
yeah,
say, can I
do that.
help?
You can help after. You
Okay.
can decide to help after she rolls.
Okay.
What you got there?
A 3.
Wow.
There's a major
Cool.
boon.
Okay. Rolling the
I
one.
would absolutely.
Yep. Gonna use it.
Yeah, I used it, re-rolled the 1, and so now it's a
What about
5.
the other dice?
What do you mean?
You can reroll
Wait,
both.
did you reroll both?
You don't have to. I just
Oh.
rerolled one because
That's
I had a
just an
6 on
option.
one of them.
Yeah, it's an
Yeah.
option to reroll both. So you
I'm
could
gonna
reroll
re-roll
the other.
the 3.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can reroll
Yeah.
that.
Okay. It's still a 3.
All right. So Naomi's at a 5. So if you want to bring that up to a 7, people can help. You have to mark one fatigue and just say what you're doing to help out with the situation.
Okay. I'll look
In
over
this
it.
case, we'll
Okay.
need to help.
Yeah. I'll look over at Saki and kind of like and then someone said,
Yeah, Saki's like, oh no, I've been captured.
"Oh no, that wasn't the look. Sorry, that wasn't the look.
Oh.
It's more like we need to help. Soldier, we're here on very important clandestine business. Your orders don't apply to us." Mimicking the
Saki
voice
is
of
just like, oh,
mimicking the
well,
voice of command from my mom.
Deliver me as a prisoner here. You heard the guys.
Yeah, like, oh no.
Oh, what was Saki doing for this?
Saki will use his slip his badge of authority to Naomi to try to give her a little bit of an edge.
Nice. Definitely some sort of captain-like badge.
Yeah.
All right. to suddenly pin that, make it gleam. All right. So Naomi, that brings it up to a 7. So you get to pick one, which is they stumble. That you take a +1 forward. They act foolishly, which I believe is actually letting you in, and then they overcommit, which is their deceit for some time.
So I'm gonna choose they act foolishly and let us in.
All right. They look at you. They look at the two of you, and then they're like, "All right, make it quick."
Cool.
And let you all in. You can walk across the bridge. There's another set of guards at the entry, the actual entry to the building itself, which is going to probably lead into some processing area before you'd be led to wherever you find the rest of the prison cells. But they don't stop you or anything because the first guys let you through, so you're
Cool.
probably supposed to be here.
Just square shoulders, head up, nod.
Yeah, they nod. When you enter the building, it is indeed the main processing area where prisoner intake would be. There's someone behind a desk who maybe he's like a warden, pushing papers kind of thing, keeping track of intake and so on. They notice you come in and say, "Oh, I wasn't expecting anyone after." At any rate, what do you need?
Major Lee wants us to do stock count of the prisoners you have here because for the annual reports and stuff.
Right, the annual reports that we filed last week.
There have been
Yeah,
some.
there was,
There have been reports of irregularities. I'm sure you don't know anything about that, do you, soldier?
Of course not. My paperwork is flawless. Go ahead and roll a trick. As long as we're tricking more people.
Might as well. That is with creativity, correct?
Yes.
Let me scroll up a second. See my creativity. I think it's 2. It's 2. That would get me an 11.
All right. You can pick 2.
Unless no, that's comfort and support. Cool. He stumbles and overcommits.
Okay. Stumble overcommit. All right.
Yeah. Just and maybe he's not quite as confident as he'd like to think that everything is on the up and up, and he knows how the Fire Nation loves their paperwork.
Yeah.
And he probably also knows that if we decide to find irregularities just because he's giving us a runaround, that we will. And I give him that look like I'll be the judge of whether there's irregularities.
Exactly. And then he will say, "All right, let me get you a copy of the current prisoner roll here." And does he actually has those like sheets in triplicate that where you write down, and there's the other one, so he pulls out the yellow paper that's underneath and hands it to you because otherwise it's going to take too long to write it all out.
Yep.
And says, here you go. Feel free to inspect. I'll need that back though for the
Of course.
filing, otherwise I won't have to copy it by hand.
Yep. Assuming everything checks out, that is.
Oh, I'm sure it will.
Mm-hmm. All right, let's go. I really hate doing that. It's just, it just feels dirty. All right. So, the cells. Is it obvious which way we have to go to get to them?
Yeah. You can see the prisoners are all marked. There's a fair number of them here in the prison, and the metal structure is actually upstairs. I like putting things upstairs. Apparently, our favorite place to go instead of the basement, even though it's hinted at multiple times. I think it would make sense to put the earthbending prison up higher.
Yeah.
Luckily, most of the structure is supported by metal, and that particular area is at the top. Floor 4. That seems like a reasonable number.
All right. Moving very officiously up the stairs.
Are there guards around right now?
Yeah. I mean, they're probably like you run across them at the same points every floor as you can see they're patrolling or whatever.
But I can whisper without worrying about on our way.
Yeah.
I'd be like, are we freeing anybody on the way, or like as a distraction, or are we just going straight there?
We need to find them first, and if they're being held where the earthbenders are being held, those are the folks we probably ought to free first. I suspect if we can free a few of them, they'll be more than happy to help free the rest. But our priority is getting Azalea and Willow out.
As you approach the highest floor, you hear a familiar voice speaking in anger. There's a loud bang of like a fist hitting a metal side of a wall, and then she says, "They haven't said anything. I need you to figure out the exact location where we need to take them for this to work." Well, yes, of course, but I mean, I don't have the actual tablet. I wasn't too sure if the translations were correct or not, says another familiar voice, might be the sage from earlier.
That's a good question. We didn't say what we did with the tablet.
It's in the.
Oh, yeah,
it's hidden in the.
Okay.
Yeah, it's hidden in a spot in our hideout. We're not carrying it with us because we're silly, but we're not dumb.
Yeah.
So that the conversation drops in volume, but you can definitely hear that Captain Shoyane and the sage Omeno, who had a copy of the tablet text, are discussing something. Probably just on the way you need to go in order to get up to that top floor.
Okay. Are there windows?
Is it what time?
Maybe not. I mean, we kind of want to have numbers on our side before we face my mom again, if we can.
There were windows on the first and second floor, but not here on the third floor. And you could see this from the outside. The top floor also didn't have windows.
Oh, okay. Well, does it sound like they're moving?
No.
They're just like hanging out in the hallway.
Having a long conversation. Incredibly long.
Wow. I mean, my mom can go on and on and on, trust me. We need to distract them. Dak.
Yes.
You're real tall.
Yes.
And you're not wearing your mask.
Yes.
What if you pop your head in and say, Captain Choyan, the miscreants who invaded the embassy have been sighted nearby, or something, just as a way of distracting her.
Captain Choyan,
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
But
Captain
you
Choyan.
got to get it real raspy. Captain Joyon, the miscreants have been spotted nearby.
Miscreants.
There you go.
At the gates. Okay.
Yeah, just like from the diaphragm,
The what?
from your stomach. I'll
Okay.
I'll just like poke you right like above the belly button, like right from there, just like just belt it out. Captain Joyon.
Captain Choyan.
Sure. Yeah.
Okay. All right. So Dak will make his way to the door.
And well,
Open
is
it.
there a spot that we can hide if she comes rushing out?
Yeah, I think so.
So we'll hide around the corner. And worst case scenario, we now fight my mom, but that's okay, I guess.
All right.
Also, you're real good at lying, aren't you, Jack?
I have 0 creativity, I'm pretty
I mean,
sure.
it's better than negative.
True. So I'll go up to the door, poke my head in, and with a sense of urgency, like, Captain Choyong, the miscreants from the embassy, they're at the door, they're trying to get into the prison. I think they're trying to sneak in.
All right.
Yep.
I will let you pick. Either you can trick or you can push your luck.
Oh, what's push luck? Hold on.
It's basically just rolling with passion.
Yeah,
and
definitely
also,
that one.
It tells you some things that might happen. Then it's basically like, listen, I'm just doing something incredibly risky, and I'm just going to be lucky about it.
Yep.
This seems pretty risky if you were to ask me.
Yeah, I mean, babyface kid on stilts. That makes sense with a very forced voice.
I mean, this is not a well-oiled operation at all.
We're working with what we got. All right, I'm making sure to use my green dice this time.
The third time
Instead
you've snuck into a Fire
The
Nation.
dang mask dice, Magpie. Actually, this game's Magpie too, but they've forsaken me too many times. 6, 7, 8, and what is my passion? Damn, I thought I had passion too. Oh, it's harmony. I have 2 in, so that's a 9.
Okay.
So maybe like if you guys want it to be a 10, that instruction he gave me from the diaphragm could be like a +1 to make it.
Yeah.
That will cost a fatigue.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
But that's okay. I mean, that's fine. I have 2 left. Oh, and we didn't rest. So yeah, I have 2 before I pass out.
I mean, you were sitting there for a while waiting for us.
I did. I got a couple of hours of sitting there stewing.
Yeah, you were stewing pretty hard.
That's true. Fine.
But Dak's forgiveness definitely helped.
All right. Captain Choyan turns and goes like, "What? That idiot child! Oh my gosh! Who would just come back into the prison as she's walking
Dumbest
back
thing you
down?
could ever do." Yeah.
Breaking into a prison. What is he thinking? We have obvious superior forces in here. Entirely impossible. Blah, blah, blah.
It would never work.
It would never work.
Yeah, for
Like-
a second, that Dak's stomach drops when he hears idiot child because he's like, oh, talking about me.
Stay with me. And Nico's like, I mean, she has a point. This is kind of dumb, but whatever.
And you hear the sage go, "Well, I guess I'll just wait here. I don't know what I'm supposed to do." And you hear the sage go upstairs.
Okay, we're gonna have a word with that dude.
Yeah.
We beat him once. We could beat him again.
Now what do you do?
As soon as she goes storming down, we hot pursuit of the sage, but not like so hot that it's obvious that we're not like chasing him down, but
Okay.
we'll just like move with a purpose.
All right.
He might recognize us, so like taking some caution so that he doesn't turn around and go, "It's you guys."
All right. So you're trying to do a sneaky?
I think so, or just wait. If he's heading up, just wait long enough that he gets out of direct line of sight.
Okay. Yeah. That's fine. So
Meanwhile, Dak going upstairs like, God, you guys didn't tell me I was going to have to do this with stairs.
There were so
Say there would be
many
stairs.
stairs in the room. Thanks, Odai, for those things. So you guys head up, and you hear the sage close a door behind him, and you do see at the top of the stairs there's now a closed and locked door into the what you believe to be the Earthbender prison on the 4th floor. What do you do?
I could try the voice again. Get him to open up. What is the door made out of? Metal?
Yes.
Yeah.
It's a solid door.
You just knock.
Okay. You knock on the door. The guy's like, Captain? Are you back already?
Knock on the door harder.
Captain, I'm right here. You can just talk.
Jingle the door.
Roll to trick?
I mean, if it's obvious that it's not getting a response, I'll speak up. The captain had other business to see to. We've been assigned to do a snap inspection, and if there's a slot, I'll hold up the roster that we have.
Okay. Okay. Well, now you can roll trick.
Okay.
I was gonna use my voice, but it's kind of sore.
You're like, it's here. This is +2. That. Oh, that's a 7.
You have major boons.
I mean, I just need the one. Don't need anything crazy.
I mean,
We can take
7's a
this guy.
success. It's
Yeah,
just
it is
like
a success.
it's not a great one.
Guy's small time compared to the other people.
If they act foolishly, he'll just open the door.
Yeah. I think he will just act foolishly. I think that makes the most sense.
All right. He opens the door and says,
And then I just
"Oh,
and I hold it such that it takes up a lot of his field of vision, just
Yeah.
in case.
yeah." He opens the door and says, "Well, I think it's just me and a couple guards up here right now, but wait a minute. Weren't you supposed to protect me from the lady in the prison over there at the embassy? You left me in the laundry room."
Oh, it's the sage.
Yeah.
Sorry, we got called away by the Earth. There were apparently many more Earth Nation insurrectionists than we were aware of. You were safe.
Okay. Well, here you go. And he's telling the truth. It's just a small group of guards here guarding the Earthbender prison and the Sage, and also in here are Willow and Azalea as you inspect the cells.
They are the ringleaders. Well,
There's no other Earthbenders up here. It's just those two.
There's a couple Earthbenders over in here.
Okay.
Like there's a couple other prisoners.
okay, I will make a show of like rattling the cages and being like, yeah, Earth Nation scumbags, you thought you could defy the will of the Fire Nation. Well, that'll see ya. It's hard labor for you. Learn your lesson. Something, I don't know. Is there I will I'll look at Dak. Lieutenant, come over here and get a good look at our enemies.
Yeah, I'll come over.
And then I'll just kind of like, you should probably fill them in on what's happening. Get him ready. And then I'll move on to the next. Yeah, and you two, not so tough now that you're behind bars and you don't have your dirt that you can bend, blah, blah, blah. Ah, and what's this? The ringleaders of the Earth Nation Rebellion. How pathetic. So easy to capture. You thought that you could, go up against the will of the entire mighty Earth Nation with your temples and stuff? And then just kind of looking at Azalea like,
His tablets.
I don't know what's going on.
Azalea's like, what the hell are you doing?
I don't know. I have no idea what's happening.
Where's the plan?
I mean, I think it involves earthbending. I have no idea.
I can't earthbend.
Well,
Meanwhile, Dak is like, gets the prisoners to come over, and it's like, "You come here," and it's like, once you hear the word, it's potato time. Phrase, it's potato time. Be ready. We're gonna break you out.
and you give them some rocks or something?
Yeah, I could pass him a couple pebbles, and I'm like, I'm walking on.
Cool. I'll turn to the guards, I guess. And you're sure they're secure?
Absolutely.
I mean, the crew.
There's not a single rock in this room.
The crew. Well, these two aren't earthbenders. You know that, right?
No, it's not my job to know.
Well, the crew.
I mean, I can just assume they're in the Earthbender prison. They're gonna.
The crew that they run with has, I mean, they invaded the embassy. They took out an entire platoon of our best soldiers. They escaped Captain Choyan. They're very serious. Are you sure that only 2 guards are enough up here?
Well, I mean, the other 2 are over there, the other side of the room.
Oh, okay, well, only 4 guards then, counting the ones.
Well, yes, this is there's no way out of here except the one door. On top of our swamp-based prison, it's all metal.
And the ceiling's metal, right?
Yeah.
And the floor.
The ceiling's metal.
No, I'm just asking. So all around, the entire thing is.
The entire thing is metal.
The doors are metal.
Yeah, the doors are metal.
Wow.
Yeah.
How long do I think it would take me to burn through the metal?
It would probably take a while.
Yeah.
Probably take a while.
Yeah, I mean, they firebenders. I think even on their ships, I think they're built out of metal to stop them from.
So, soldiers, is your loyalty to the Fire Nation absolute? Then I do the whatever the thing that they do, the Fire Nation salute. Actually, that was a terrible. We'll fix that one in post. Whatever thing that they do. We have a traitor in our midst.
Gasp.
Someone who's been passing vital Fire Nation secrets to the Earth Nation. Someone who mysteriously has been at all the locations where the rebels have struck. Someone who pretends to be a doddering old Fire Nation sage, but is in fact their deepest undercover agent. Yes, you've been found out. Guards, put him in the cell.
He's just like reading a book and he's like, what?
Don't play this with me. We've seen through your ruse. Guards, arrest him. Put him in the cell with the other one.
All right.
So we can keep an eye on them. Oh, crap.
Use good creativity. It's fine.
Yeah, and we got some boons. That is 11.
Major Bane.
to reroll.
Yeah.
How dare you?
Sucks being on the other side
That
of this.
is 10.
All right. What 2 actions would you like them to do?
I want them to
When they act foolishly, they are going to throw him into a cell.
I want them to act foolishly and like fully believe it.
Jack is just waiting for someone to say it's potato time.
I mean, it's
like,
almost potato
as soon
time.
As the cell door opens, he's thinking it's about to happen.
Yeah, I mean, I see the look on your face. And yes, just waiting for the cell to open.
Yep. So they open a cell. I presume an empty one nearby.
No, I specifically said put him in with the rest of them. Put him in with, and probably pointed at Azalea and said, where we can keep an eye on them all together.
Okay.
And
so
as soon as that happens,
yeah,
I think I say, "That's right, traitor. It's potato time."
Can we see where the keys are, or which guard has the keys?
I mean, he just had to pull them out to open it.
Yeah. The guard is holding keys to unlock Azalea's cell. The other 2 of them are holding the sage, and one of them's just kind of watching the room.
Yep.
As you do, like, just make sure it's all right. All right. So what happens when you yell it's potato time?
I think we just
fly
into action. I don't know.
Yeah. Am I still close to because I was talking to the other earthbenders, am I kind of close to them?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay. Because Dak is going to take, I don't think it would be it doesn't belong to you, because the keys do belong to them.
These technically
belong to you anymore.
Are your jail cells. Well, let's try this as a combat situation just to resolve what's going on here. So the combatants are the sage, and you can switch back to Azalea now. I think.
Yeah.
Here.
Yeah.
Okay.
The combatants include the sage and the group of guards, and Saki's here. So I'll just take all those.
Okay.
Oh, and also Willow's here.
Yes.
I'll just keep track of all these things.
That's
and all of you do the things.
And the other earthbenders that now have rocks.
The other earthbenders who have rocks are also here. I'll just put them in my little mental category of things.
They only have like a handful, but still, a handful each.
Yeah, I'll be fine. Let me give a quick look at the activity. So, as a recap for combat, we do exchanges. Everyone picks a approach, which is basically either defend, attack, or evade. NPCs choose first, quietly inside. And I think that all right, I probably got it down.
Just real quick, does Dak recognize any of these earthbenders, and what are all their names?
Oh no. You do not recognize any of the earthbenders. Their names are unknown. Perhaps earthbenders. So go ahead. I've selected my techniques, probably. I'm sorry, my approaches. So go ahead and select your approach here. And you can
Dak is definitely going to be advancing and attacking. And I don't know how strong the cell is, and if like the earthbenders can get themselves out with their rocks, but just in case, Dak's gone in for that guy with the keys. Going right for the back of the head.
Yeah. I am...
Naomi.
Go ahead.
Naomi's going to evade him and observe to use her special technique move. Break.
So what I'm trying to do is like shove the guard into the cell. Which I think is a evade and observe with bolster or hinder. And the hinder being to inflict the trap status, basically, or something. Like trying to push him into the cell, get him off balance so Azalea can come out, and then someone can grab the keys, and then we can lock him up.
Yeah, I think Azalea is defending and maneuvering so that she can get out of the cell.
But yeah, basically Dak is trying to do the same thing except for with rocks, like just like hit the dude really hard from behind and hopefully it like launches him forward. So I guess you'd be pushing one guard, I'd be smacking one guard.
Yep.
Hopefully they go in the cell and hopefully Azalea and Willow can get out and we can just close them in.
Yeah.
All right. So let's begin the exchange. I'm just going to announce mine when they go, because we start with defend and maneuver. PCs are always first in these, so go ahead. If you're defending and maneuvering, you roll with focus.
Okay. +1.
I got an 8.
That is 11.
All right. Basically, hit, you can do one technique. The 10 plus gets you 2 techniques.
Okay.
Azalea's just trying to get out of the cell, so she's seizing a position.
All right.
Can I bolster and hinder twice? Like hinder someone and bolster someone else?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay. That's what I'll do. I'll attempt to hinder the guard that I'm shoving in and bolster Azalea.
All right.
So looking to put trapped on him. And favored on Azalea, or what's Azalea's fatigue like?
Her fatigue is all the way down because she had to reset her balance after the last episode, so she's clear of all conditions and fatigue.
How about can I empower myself to clear fatigue? Because let me look at the language, because I think it just says aid and repeat a nearby character, which probably doesn't include yourself. Okay.
Yeah, probably not.
Let's just push both guards in and then Dak will hit somebody else.
Yeah, how about I will, because Dak is a little fatigued, right?
Shove them both in. I only have 1 fatigue.
Okay, then I'll hinder both of them.
Okay.
That makes the most sense. I think I'm the only person walking around with a crap ton of fatigue.
You have the most reaction time anyway, since you're the one saying it's potato time. Like you say it at the same time, and then Dak can target somebody else.
So I'll shove them in. Look at Azalea. Get the keys. Get out of there.
We got out.
Everyone has some statuses, so just remember you can remove doomed.
Oh, okay.
From the last time we were fighting.
Yeah.
And you probably move empowered and favored, but you're still inspired because you told a really good pun earlier.
Oh, excellent.
Right.
Oh, you actually, I believe.
Let's see. So that was the defend and maneuver. So let me look at my list of people and just make sure that they are all good.
And so Azalea, you're now out of because your maneuver was to take an advantageous position.
Yeah. So
I assume Willow did the same, hopefully.
I think Willow was in a different cell.
Yeah, she's in a different cell.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Very nearby.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think the guards are no, let's have them do something else because that is silly. And they're a little taken by surprise, so I don't think they'd go early in this exchange anyway. The sage, who was being thrown into the cell. I guess the guards that were holding him were thrown into the cell.
Yes.
I think that he will try to seize a position to not be in the cell, because that's weird. And he would like to run away in the end. But in the meantime, he's just going to, as the guards are shoved in, he's like, oh no, and kind of just slips out.
Can Azalea block him from leaving?
With a fatigue?
Yeah, to mark a fatigue and do that.
Yeah, you can.
Cool.
Just as she's running out, just like kicks him and.
Oh yeah, like
No.
Azalea's like built like a brick house, so she probably just stands in the way and just shoves him back in.
Let's see. It's good. Door isn't open yet. I'm gonna skip Saki. All right. There's too many people. Next up, we'll have the advance and attack.
It's me.
Yes.
I'm not going to use my ability where I get like +1 and get to roll with harmony, because then I won't be able to leave.
Yeah. I mean, I look at you like,
Nico
remember.
gave me the talk right before this, so.
Don't do it.
All right. And then that's with passion, which I think is 1. So, okay, 7.
All right. So you can use one technique.
Probably do. So there's 2 guards left that are probably just now reacting to it's potato time.
Yes.
Okay. So I'll turn around to those guards and I'll take my stilts, or at least one of them, and earthbend them there for a strike.
All right. So they will take 2 fatigue, mark condition, or shift their balance away from center, their choice. You could do the second part if you wanted.
Yeah, I only have 1 fatigue, so I'll mark a fatigue and hammer them with the blows, forcing them to mark 2 fatigue.
Okay. Get that marked in. Okay. And then, I don't think anyone else is attacking right now. Actually, Saki's probably going to strike at the lock at the door where Willow is and get that busted open. That seems reasonable. And now we move on to evade and observe. So Naomi can roll.
That was nice. So it's 12.
All right, so you get to do 2 techniques.
So Naomi would like to use her special technique break to would the locks on the cells where the earthbenders are, would those count as foes equipment?
Yeah, I think this would be appropriate. So if you would like to describe how you're basically breaking the other locks in the room.
So Naomi would create use her firebending to create the very thin, precise daggers of fire, just break the locks by cutting them with like a
mini lightsaber.
Yeah, or one of those torches.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah.
Blowtorch?
Yeah, blowtorches. And she'll use that move twice to try to get as many as she can.
All right. That I think would free the earthbenders who are in the room. They will let's see. Let's see statuses. They're probably going to bolster or hinder. So I think they will blah. They will give favored to Dak because they are providing some earthbending assistance.
All right.
Let's see. Willow, I think, is just going to aid Azalea. So you feel empowered because your aunt is you used to train together a lot, and she's come up right behind you back to back like it had been on the training grounds when you go through things. So you feel empowered in this moment as she's here fighting by your side. And let's see. I think I had some guards. Those two poor guards haven't done anything yet. They're trapped and everything. They do get to remove a fatigue, I believe, because they are doing this particular action. So they got that going for them.
Yeah, they're chilling.
Yeah, they're just kind of chilling here. They will take a moment to prepare themselves for the upcoming part of the fight when they realize that they've been bamboozled. All right, I think that's everybody. We can end this exchange and go to the next one, but I think we'll probably end it. So go ahead and pick out your techniques.
So everyone's
go
free,
ahead and
right?
just say that while I pick out mine.
So everyone that we need to be free is free, correct?
Correct.
Yes, everybody is out of cells. There's still two guards who are present in the room, but there are a lot of you versus them.
I mean,
So as long as you end this quickly, they probably can't call for the alarm as you make an escape, I guess.
good point. I was going to say we should skedaddle, but no, we should take those guards out and then skedaddle.
Yeah.
All right. The issue is, yeah. Well,
How do we... Let's get them taken care of as much as possible.
I like the favored status, but I would like it better if we had more mastered at basic techniques because I'm not a big fan of my basic tech or my technique.
Yeah, someday with those full rules. So go ahead. You can discuss which ones you're taking. I just need to get all mine settled, but that's going to take a while in my head. So go ahead and say what you're doing.
Naomi will evade and observe.
Azalea is going to defend a maneuver.
Dak is still on the attack.
Yeah.
Deck attack.
I think I will defend...
Which, by the way, yeah, Dak's move is, he's after doing that, he pulls the mask down, of course.
Yep.
So,
I think I'm going to defend a maneuver.
Okay. I think that was everybody. I probably know exactly what everyone is doing. So go ahead with your everyone who's defending and maneuvering. That's the first one. So you can go ahead and do your roll, which is with focus.
Yep. That is 9.
I only got a 6.
We got minor boons.
yeah, might as well just...
Because the
Kick back
6
to
is...
7.
Because I think a 6 is you don't get anything, right?
Yeah.
So I would say spend that minor boon to get
Yeah.
a
We'll
maneuver.
spend that. Get it to a 7.
Okay, cool.
All right. So go ahead and do your techniques.
All right. Azalea is going to use her fighting technique, which is Wall of Perfection. So she is basically going to plant herself between the guards and her teammates to create a wall so that they have to attack her and not them.
And I'm positioning myself right next to the door so no one can get in or out.
It just blocks it.
Yep.
All right. Let's see. So the earthbenders move towards the door. They dodge through, create enough distraction with the rocks that they're bending to slide on over towards the exit.
You can let them.
Well, I mean,
I think we all want to kind of go together.
Yeah.
yeah, they'll figure it out. And I think Saki is with them. He's also headed for the door. Next, we can do the advance and attack, which I think is just Dak.
Get ready to feel the power of rock hard. Excellent. This is plus passion.
Passion. Yep.
I got a 9. So close.
All right. So that is
We've still got two minor boons.
Yeah, I mean, I could take one minor boon, make it a 10, and then I get 3 attacks
wow.
because favored.
Oh, okay.
Do it.
Dak's ready.
I just got to be careful on fatigue.
Go all
right.
in. Pass out.
Oh, it's actually 2.
Wait, I'm confused. Why under strike does it say strike a foe?
I think the one fatigue makes them take fatigue instead of them spreading out the problems you're giving them.
Oh, instead of like them being able to choose one?
Because they can
Yeah.
choose one, and if I was choosing it, I could spread it out between fatigue or conditions or other things, and it takes it longer. If you
Okay.
force it to fatigue, they'll probably pass out sooner.
Okay. How much? I have 2 fatigue right now. Okay, so I'll probably mark 1 fatigue to force them to take the 2. So that puts them at 4.
3 because they evaded last time.
So if I do that twice, that's kind of playing with fire.
You got a bunch of firebenders here.
I was
Why
gonna
not?
Yeah, I mean, well, I'm the only one attacking though, right?
Yeah, in theory. That you know of.
Right. But, Dak doesn't think very much. He's just like all in on these guys. So I'll mark 1 fatigue to give them 2 fatigue, and then I'll just do the regular strike, and then I'll do. I don't want to use my ability though. Pummel and engage foe with quick blows, mark 1 fatigue to shift their balance away from center. Like, I don't think that's worth it. The fatigue.
At this point, with your flurry of blows to start with, the 2 remaining guards are pretty much out at this point.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like you got them with the first set of your attack. So
Okay, cool.
And I think that's pretty much everyone who is opposing you in the room.
Perfect.
Naomi, if you want to take the -1 fatigue from doing your evade, you were doing evade, right?
Yeah.
Okay. You can remove the fatigue, but we'll just move along as you've quickly silenced or knocked out the majority of the guards. I assume that some of them that are in the cell are going to start yelling at some point, but I mean, everyone yells in a prison, so...
Yeah, I'm innocent. Let me out. Likely story.
Sure.
We should skedaddle.
Yeah. Let's
Yeah.
go.
Are we going through the prison?
Says Willow.
I hope these keys work on all of the cells that we pass. That would be nice.
So you guys have an escape plan, right?
No. So here's the if we met.
Oh my God.
So here's the
And the plan is we escape.
yeah. If we head back out the way we came, past all the guards with like high profile prisoners, that's going to be a problem, right?
Right.
So we probably need to get down to the second floor and head out a window, like on the quickish.
It's not the worst plan we've ever had.
Unless we want to fight, unless folks have other ideas.
Are the Benders wanting to escape? Are they wanting to like do a whole prison? Whatever. Are they speaking up at all on this?
They look at each other and they look back at you and say, "We could do a prison break." We seem
do I know where
we're
my
into
weapons
that.
are?
And they look at Willow and nod at her, and she nods at them.
Cool. Thanks. Yeah. So that's it's a service that you're doing, and also a really cool distraction.
Yeah, Earth Bros.
Earth Bros.
Azalea would like to get her swords back.
Oh yeah. Willow says, "Yeah, I think they usually keep those. Should just be, well, technically probably on the first floor. Not going to lie. But maybe some of you hop out the window and some of us go get swords."
Sure. Oh,
Sounds
like
good.
the people who aren't supposed to, be with us could hop out the window and hide.
Yeah.
And
yeah,
then we
that
can-
sounds good.
I mean,
Oh.
we're gonna be heading straight towards my mom, who is out front.
Mom?
Uh,
Says Willow.
How important? It's a long story, Willow. How important are your swords, though?
I mean, I guess I can get new ones.
Oh, they've been the family for so long, though.
Yeah, but oh man.
Dang. Is there a way that we can get to them without having to talk to the people up front? Like, is there like a storage room that we could just quick break
Yeah,
into?
you could. I think you could just walk to a storage room.
Okay.
You have like a layout of
Okay,
the
yeah.
prison pretty much on that sheet, so you could
All right.
be like, yeah, it's probably.
All of you out. I'll go down. I'll get your swords.
All
Are you
right.
sure?
Yeah.
What if your mom sees you?
Better her seeing me than all of us.
Be careful.
I will try.
Comfortable with that.
All right. Execute.
Dak is
plan.
very hesitant to let him go by himself.
It'll be
But
fine.
your stilts are gone.
It'll be fine, buddy. Just I need you to take care of the rest of them. Protect them. Get them to safety.
That's what my mom said.
Your mom sounds cool.
Yeah, well, she's not here anymore.
I think you carry her with you.
Well, I'd rather have you here than carry you.
I'm not going anywhere, buddy. See you in a minute, and then until I see a guard, and then I'll walk very authoritatively as soon as they're gone.
All right. Escape team. You all get to a window and need to head down. Probably into the swamp and probably kind of stealthily. So, can I get each of you to roll a rely on your skills and training?
Oh, what? Right? Let's focus. Yes. Okay.
Oh, okay. Thank God.
All right, that's a 10.
I'm not good at that.
Yeah, that one's a plus focus. Azalea, what'd you get?
10.
All right, Dak.
6'5", so 11.
All right, Naomi.
9.
All right. All right.
Does the swamp include water?
Yeah, it does include water. You're kind of going to have to jump into water.
Naomi
So
is
Azalea
very afraid of
and
water.
yeah, Azalea and Dak, you lead the way as you're.
Can Azalea help Naomi and just like grab onto her? Kind of just like probably just toss her over my shoulder and
Yeah.
just jump down with her.
What do you get for your roll again, Naomi?
A 9.
Yeah. So if you take the fatigue,
Yeah.
Azalea, you can just.
Yeah. Seeing Naomi's hesitancy towards the water, Azalea's like, no, we don't have time for this. Let's go. And just pulls her out of there.
Just jump down.
Dak is all about it. It's like, yeah, mud, earth.
You put like the marks across your forehead. Yeah.
Paddle paint.
Yeah.
Paint on his face.
Start earth bending like little mud slides for people to go down.
Just
absolutely.
go grab a hunk of floating vegetation, put it on like a ghillie suit. Go full on Rambo.
Yes, perfect.
Guerrilla warfare.
Oh, it's worse than the chocolate.
Saki and Willow follow shortly after. It seems Willow was talking quick with the other earthbenders and like giving them like, all right, when on the potato signal, just go ahead and do the break, handing the keys over and stuff like that.
Yep.
She hops down. So that's what you all are doing. So you're on your way to get the weapons. Place they're secured.
Yep. Yeah, I took the one key to like the storage closet and left the rest with Willow and the other benders.
So, let's have you rely on your skills and training.
That is plus focus, correct?
Yes.
That is 7.
All right. If you accept the 7, the unintended consequence is that when you open the cabinet with the weapons and grab the swords, and you see Willow's weapons in there too, and you're like, well, as well, as long as I'm here. But if you accept the 7, they clatter, like all of the weapons fall out in a very loud clattering of someone was there. Otherwise, you can accept a fatigue and like they start to fall and you're like, no, stop.
I don't have a lot of fatigue to accept. TBH. So I think the smarter thing to do is just to be like just kind of like be all gruff and yell out, "Soldier, I told you to be careful. Here, I'll take care of it. Get out of my sight."
Okay, roll a trick.
With the intention if anyone comes, like, yeah, that guy was just, making a mess.
Yeah.
Plus creativity, that is 10.
All right.
So whoever hears it, they believe it entirely, and I'm going to take +1 against them in case they come and look.
All right.
But they believe it entirely, so maybe they won't. We'll see.
We'll see. Let's see. And so you got the weapons. Now where are you going?
Back up, out and over. Catch up with the rest.
Okay, so you're going to go up and then out.
Yeah, I'm not going to just like walk directly into my mother.
Okay. I mean, I was like, maybe you will. All right, go ahead and rely on your skills and training to jump out the window.
All right. Focus. That is 8.
All right. So
I mean,
you did perfectly.
Yeah, there's a little bit of a like Willow's staff.
Don't worry, Dak will catch you with a bunch of mud.
Yeah, Willow's staff
actually,
gets stuck, and I kind of
the imperfect thing is you fall into a lot of it's just like a fountain
And
of just mud.
Yeah, Dak is actually making a mud fountain.
just standing there, arms out, just like, oh, thanks, buddy.
Gotcha.
Thanks.
It's better than when I like cried and like, you know, tears and boogers or whatever got all over your
Oh,
clothes.
thanks. Yeah, thanks.
You're welcome.
Cool.
Watch out, you'll be fine.
Yeah, it's totally fine.
All right, staff, swords, let's go. Chop, chop.
Awesome. Yep.
Thanks.
You guys have the tablet, right?
Oh, yeah, it's safe.
Man, it would be really cool to have a dragon right now.
I think a dragon's a little not conspicuous, Dak.
I'm just saying.
So,
Right.
as we skirt around, is there any sign of Mama and or guards and stuff?
Yeah, in fact, you can see her on the far side. If you circle around the building enough to see the platform leading to the prison, you can see her yelling at a couple guards that are there, who look a little concerned. She's obviously upset with whatever they told her.
I wonder what that could be.
Yes,
Right.
I don't know why.
Like,
She
well,
couldn't be
Major
upset
League
at all.
So, writer's room. What I think I would like to do is distract her while you guys escape.
Once again, Dak is super not cool with that.
But but I mean, I think Nico's like, I've gotta, if we just leave, she's gonna scour the city for us. We won't be safe.
Are you gonna kill your mom?
No.
What's the point? I don't think you should kill your mom, but
I don't really want to trade one person for another.
she's gonna be distracted by the prison break.
Heck, fling some mud. Make her look towards the prison where all the earthbenders are.
I mean, we don't want them to get caught either. I don't know. I mean, my instinct is just to walk out there and have it out.
And we could take her
No.
together.
Nope.
No, that's not a good idea. We saw what happened last time.
I
Which
will.
is-
Yeah, but if you think we can't take her together, but he's gonna take her by himself, doesn't make sense.
I will trust you all. I'll do what you think is smart. But if it looks like you guys are in danger, I'm going to take her on.
Let's try sneaking past, and
Okay.
if we need to, then
Okay.
we'll do that.
Dak is like eye level in the water, like with a lily pad on his back.
Right, exactly.
All right. Let's have Nico, go ahead and roll. Lost my tabs. Let's have you push your luck. I think this seems like a luck situation. How dare you? He says.
How
Yeah,
am
but
I-
there's a
World
whole
happen.
prison break happening. She's gonna look out to the swamp.
Yeah, I feel like it's interesting. We'll see what happens with this one.
Oh, no.
Ooh.
That's 4.
Well, you do have like 3 major boons.
Yeah. I think I'll use one of those. Because, I mean, it can get worse, but not a lot worse. It can get worse.
You're kidding.
That's a 3.
But not a lot worse.
Yeah.
Not a
Apparently
lot
worse.
So you are all sneaking pretty well. heading out of the swamp, trying to circle far away from the prison. And you can hear the sound of the prison break starting, and it seems to work. Like all the guards are running in, but your mom just has like this sneaking suspicion, and you think back to there was probably a time when you were young and there was a similar kind of, you used to do ruse all the time when you're sneaking.
Oh yeah, she always knew when I was sneaking out.
Yeah, exactly. And she's like, wait a minute, this is Andy. You gather that she realized you were there, and she turns, she sees you all, and you see her just frown, and then she just fire bends, rocket boots her way over to you. Is headed right over. What do you do?
Can't wait to cover her in mud.
Well, these guys are all nice and hidey. I just under my breath say, "Go."
You are gonna have to use something against Dak
and then
to make that kid leave.
I'll say, I'll look directly at Dak and say, "Trust me, bro." And then I will rocket off toward her as well.
Ooh, cool. I feel like there should be a move.
This dude has got one fatigue left and is taking on as the big boss.
I have 2.
Our mom.
I have 2 fatigues. Thank you very much.
Dak won't get involved for now, but he's probably not going to completely leave and stay
get going, buddy.
God.
It's all good.
Azalea's gonna have to have both Dak and Naomi over her shoulders,
Right.
just trying to run out.
Azalea is strong.
She is
Strong like bull.
Yes, very strong.
All right, so you had taken your moment of balance.
Yeah,
right?
that's what this is.
Yeah.
Meta.
So if you would like to describe how you take down an impossibly strong enemy, to protect you and your friends from harm, as the best version of yourself.
I think there is a aerial wushu firebender battle, throwing bolts of fire, bending each other's bolts of fire away. She is, of course, very competent and confident. And at first, Nico looks desperate. Like he's just hurling everything he can and making just a big show and being kind of profligate, like you would expect someone who is out of his depth. But then as he is watching and he sees his friends like maybe like reach an area of reeds or something where they're out of sight, a very familiar look covers his face. It looks a lot like his mom, that very scheming, determined look. Turns and faces her and then shows that he paid attention to all those lessons. That his failure to pick up and follow in the path of his military parents wasn't from lack of skill. It was from deciding. And then just begins pummeling and blocking and bending her and just like slapping her bolts of fire out of the way, pressing the attack. And then just, "You told me, mother, loyalty was the most important thing. Well, guess what? You're right. It's just not loyalty to you." Big blast. Like one of those anime scenes where she's just a shadow in this big blast of fire. And of course she's bending it around herself so she's not, being severely wounded. But it's enough that maybe the next frame is just this kind of like smoking meteor of mom cutting through the air, splashes down into the middle of the lake, and then begins yelling at her guards, "Get a boat, come get me. Don't let them get away." And then I'm out. Just... And then we'll catch up with the rest and be just almost unconscious. just like,
Look, I can only carry 2. A third is gonna make this way too much.
Nice job, Fire Bro. And I'll hold out a fist. I was like, wait, are your hands still hot?
yeah, oh yeah, there it is. And there's a sizzle as the mud on your hands cracks and just... Family dinners are going to be so awkward.
You're gonna
We
go
should
to
probably
dinner
go.
with her?
Yeah,
Let's go.
I think that was a joke, Dak. Yeah, let's get out of here.
I
Head
knew
to
that.
base. Did you guys get Lily?
I don't know. Maybe. I thought Lily was with your friend.
Yeah, her friend came and got Lily.
My
I don't
friend?
think you guys know
Madam
that.
Swiper.
I don't know if we know that.
Well, yeah, I thought about Dak being like, "Where's Lily?" But then I was like, "Well, we're gonna show up and Lily's gonna be gone." Like,
Oh, great. Well,
We know
Okay.
we know where she is. She's in really annoying but probably good hands. We'll get her back, but first, look. Here are your
No,
swords. We got your swords.
thank you.
We'll
Yes,
get
we got
we'll
the swords. We'll go get the tablet. Everything's gonna be fine.
yeah, we'll
I'll
get
I'll
Lily,
get Lily later.
but we'll do that after tablet.
Yes, let's go get the tablet. I don't like that it's been left alone.
Yeah. Hey Raiders,
Hi,
welcome
Raiders.
Welcome.
So you head back to the base. And lo and behold, Lily is there. And she sees you, Azalea, and is all like, like,
Yes,
Licks you
go
and
pet
stuff like
her.
that.
Be like, oh, good, you came back. You knew where to go, didn't you? And it's like the most like she's totally baby talking, which is weird because she doesn't normally do that. And then she kind of like pauses and realizes she's like, anyways, where's the tablet?
Behind
it's
this.
about time you guys got here. Oh, Azalea, I didn't realize this little dragon came and told me to like help you and meet you here, but no one was here except like this dumb tablet thing.
I need that tablet back, please.
Is this okay? Whatever. Here you go.
Take the tablet back, like, really
And then
quickly.
Azalea steps aside and Nico is right behind her, just like, I've had a day. Don't even try it.
Everybody's like covered in mud.
Yeah.
And
Everyone
Nico's,
just
like, still
immediately, it's just like, we're going
smoldering.
to tear this little chick apart.
well, Dak is just like, "Madam Swiper, we meet again."
Because she's your
Hi.
arch nemesis. It is I, Rock Hard.
I don't know, my name's Mud Kid now.
I was just saying, now that I think about it, Dak, Rock Hard's a little inappropriate. So maybe
What do you mean? Why?
it doesn't quite suit you.
Mudkid is much better.
My kid is much
Yeah,
better.
I go
Yeah,
with
way
Mudkid
cooler.
too.
That's
Okay.
The Muddy Marauder.
there
Oh,
you go. Yeah, that makes you sound cool and sneaky.
Yeah.
Great.
The little translucent dragon floats up to Azalea and says, "See, I found help."
Thanks. You want to
Bonnie's
go back to
back.
Naomi now? Drop Naomi because I think I've been carrying her the whole time.
Naomi, I found help.
You did good.
Thank you. Willow says hi to your friend whose name I keep forgetting,
Eining.
Eining, and Eining says, "Oh, hi, Miss Willow. How you doing?" She's all like, "Why is she here?" But
Don't
that doesn't
know.
matter. So all of you, Willow, Eining, Saki, and your group all crowd into the safe house where you're at with the tablet, safely recovered, at least for now, and plot your next move.
summoning the Earth Dragon.
Yeah.
Could be
mean,
next time.
Awesome. Yeah, yeah, there is the whole like this thing summons earth dragons.
Yeah, there's that whole thing, and there's a lot of talk about where they need to take
Yeah.
U2 specifically.
Yeah.
Yeah. Getting out of the city seems like it's a good idea.
Yeah.
And there's still the stuff in the comic book that could totally maybe be true.
Yeah, you keep reading comics and we'll plot around that.
It would
And
be
by that,
super
I mean
cool
we
to have
will
an earth
plot
dragon as my
for
animal
anything but
companion,
that.
my animal guide as the avatar.
That is for sure a thing we're going to try to make happen, Dak.
For sure, for sure, for sure.
Yeah, we're for sure going to. Yeah, it'll be fine.
Yeah, well, yeah. That's fine. At least we got the tablet. Azalea's happy. Finally. She held on to it for
Finally.
more than like 10 seconds.
I'm real sorry, Azalea, that you. I mean, thank you for doing what you did, and I'm real sorry you had to make that choice.
Yeah. I was kind of mad at you for completely bailing on us and leaving Dak in a burning building, but I think you redeemed yourself back there, so we'll call it even.
And
Sorry, I froze.
that's
No,
you're good.
It's fine, Dak. Don't be sorry. It's not your fault.
And Dak knows, so it's okay.
Oh, okay.
We're
You're- okay, you're good. Okay,
Yeah.
good.
I mean, we're not Earth bros, but we are still bros.
I guess that's all that matters. I'm proud of you, Dak.
Yeah.
Good job.
thanks. I'm getting really good at beating up Fire Nation guys with rocks.
Yeah. You did a good job.
Yep. Yosaki. So you're like
Yeah.
wanted now, right?
Yeah, I think I kind of am.
And you also totally get that Fire Nation bad, right? Like
Well, I mean,
misappropriating cultural relics,
Yeah.
trying to go and summon a dragon to kill it.
yeah,
So like maybe not like the people you want to hang out with and like give material assistance to go
Trying
hunt
to
more
kill
dragons.
Super adorable kids.
yeah.
Okay.
I mean, when you put it that way, it does seem a little misguided. But have you seen the ships they have?
Yeah. The ones they used to attack and subjugate people. Yeah.
The
Yeah.
warships.
I've seen them. I've been on one, man.
Yeah, but it's cool, except for the subjugating people part.
And
Yeah.
using them to do things like probably kill my dad.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's war, Saki. People die.
Yeah, guess they.
And
Sorry.
your side's killing a lot more.
Yeah. So maybe from now on you follow your sister's cue, right? Because I think she's got it figured out.
Yeah, I could do that. Naomi, I have to, I guess, apologize a little bit. I thought that this would be the right move for our island, but maybe we gotta find our progress somewhere else. We're still stagnating, but you're probably right that this wasn't the way to go.
Yeah.
Maybe, just maybe.
Yeah.
Cool. Well. Hey, I'm filthy and incredibly tired. So let's clean up and take a nap.
Yeah. Dak, you really need a bath.
Oh, I can just earthbend it off of me.
No, you still need a bath. I don't. That nonsense about earthbenders bending all the dirt off is nonsense.
maybe you can try to waterbend in the bath.
Would be good
Exactly.
training. Would
Like
be good
like
training.
if you submerge yourself in the water, you're closer to the element, and maybe that'll unlock your waterbending talents.
I was already in the water earlier.
Yeah, but that water was all mixed with
kind of a
mud.
bath.
That water was mixed with mud, so it could have been earthbending if you were able to use it. You have to get yourself in some pure, clean water to be 100% sure. And see, you're going to get in it, and it's going to get all muddy and stuff, so you're going to have to dump out that dirty water, and you're going to have to get in it until the water's absolutely clear, clean, and then we can test whether you can bend it.
Jack does the thing in the shower where like the water goes down your
Yeah,
hand,
the water
and it
like
kind of
flows
flicks your
down and,
fingers
like,
and it like flows off and he's like, I'm water bending.
Yeah. Yeah. But it gets you in the shower. That's the important part.
Yes. All right, communal baths, get some rest. And
All right.
then it might be off to the family temple to go try to summon a dragon.
Yeah.
I should probably check in with my aunt.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Go rescue Go from the tea house.
Yeah.
All of these.
No, sorry,
No idea
you missed
what's
it.
been
You want to
going
go
on.
find a dragon?
Closing scene, Go bursts in. Hey guys, what did I miss?
Yeah.
Nothing.
Tea.
Nothing but.
Tea apron's still on. Like,
Right.
We gotta go.
excellent.
Well, I think that's about it.
Awesome.
Just
Cool.
the end of session questions, right?
Yeah, we should do it.
Yeah, just end of session questions. Let's see what we learned. I think we learned that we're pretty good at murdering Fire Nation troops.
I mean, overcoming, tricking.
Yeah. Yeah, we're very good at
You guys are good at
and
tricking.
stealing.
I am good at
there was so much
just throwing
stealing.
rocks.
So much stealing.
I'll find those and here
Jack
we are.
is yet to be able to use the "it doesn't belong to you," which I specifically chose because the mission involved taking something back that didn't belong to the Fire
I
Nation.
know
Yeah.
you're so close. One place you identified something to steal, it was on fire and danger.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
didn't seem like a good idea to go grab that.
All right, so let's just go around. I'm gonna do my closeout thing right now, and we'll go around and do the questions, and then you say all your stuff again.
Sure.
So I'm Misha Lesson 3 here on Twitch. Not that I stream much, except I'm usually here. I think the next time I'm going to be on this channel is this coming Tuesday for the FOMO game where we're a bunch of animals trying to do regular human things, because really we're just like people. So there's that, and my Twitter is @MishaWeha. And I don't have to answer any questions at the end.
Right.
Except for the tidbit that I was all like, I was going to have Aiden come in and help, but they kept sleuthing where the prison was, and then I was like, I could just have her steal the tablet, but I feel like
I was like,
Oh,
she could have.
we would have killed her.
yeah,
Straight up.
for sure. You go back and the tablet's missing, and it's just like, come on.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and he's just there like, oh, you.
Yeah.
She'll just deliver Lily. All right, so Tough. Let's have Azalea answer the end of session question. Did you learn something challenging, exciting, or complicated about the world?
I don't think she really did.
No, she spent a lot of it in prison.
She spent most of it in a cell.
And Saki didn't, when he was running around, he didn't actually learn too much either, so.
Well, we collectively heard and certainly would have shared with Azalea and Willow that my mom and the fire sage need them at a very particular location to summon the dragon. So it's not just the tablet, it's them too. I think that's complicated.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
That makes
complicated.
sense.
You can do that. Everyone keep that in mind for yourself as well.
Yeah.
Did you stop a dangerous threat or solve a community problem?
Yeah.
Yeah. Did you guide a companion towards balance or end the session at your center?
I did end the session at my center.
There you go. And you have a personal growth question, which I'll allow you to read.
Yes, did I accomplish a feat worthy of my burden and tradition? Yeah, I have the tablet. It's in my custody, and I am physically protecting it. So yes.
You got it. You got it this time.
Finally.
All right.
Awesome.
And Tough, tell us about you and where we can find you.
I am 98 Tough Love. I am a variety streamer on Twitch. You can find me at twitch.tv/98 Tough Love. You can also find me on Twitter at the same handle, 98 Tough Love. And I think that's about it for me. I don't use a lot of socials, so go CN.
All right. For Naomi, I believe the answer is yes, that she did learn something challenging, exciting, or complicated about the world. Did you stop a dangerous threat or solve a community problem? I think that's yes for everyone as well. Did you guide a companion towards balance or end the session at your center?
Nope.
All right. And then your particular growth question.
It is, did you learn something meaningful or important about your lineage, its members, or its effects on the world and others?
I think so, because Saki was just telling you at the end that he is changing his mind about what he would think would be appropriate for moving out of the tradition. And then tell us more about yourself, Sin.
Hi, I'm Sin, or potato9_juice on Twitch. My Twitter is rnotcomics with 2 T's. And then on Instagram, there's also rnotcomics, and then rnotart for just basic art. I don't think I'm in any of the currently upcoming games on this channel. So you won't see me here on this side of the screen for a while, but you can find me hanging out in chat, probably doing stuff that will make friends upset with me, but it's fine. It's all fine. Yeah. SJ.
SJ_sidekick. SJ sidekick everywhere. I will be also playing in FOMO Sapiens on Tuesday. I will be playing a squirrel named Dampus, whereas my neighbor, I got that name from my neighbor. He has a mustache. We're super tight friends. I store acorns in his car and stuff as a thanks. And he gave me that nickname. He pronounces it more like Dampus, but
Yeah.
Yeah. And then maybe as early as this Thursday, we will be doing Spectrum Squad, which I'll be DMing. So that'll be the first time I'll ever be DMing a game. We'll see how that goes. But yeah, Tup will be in that. Zero will be in that. Should be interesting. It's Power Rangers, essentially.
Yeah.
All right. And
I accidentally did my thing first, yeah.
Oh, yeah. And your end of session questions. So the first two are yes, they learn something challenging and stop a dangerous threat.
Yeah, I also learned Nico as a firebender.
Yes.
Yeah, that too.
Yeah.
That was probably exciting. Did you guide a companion towards balance or end the session at your center?
I did because I forgave Nico, so that brought me back to balance.
Yes. Good. And then you have a question.
Did I improve the lives of a community of average citizens or help ordinary person with their problems? I mean, I freed a bunch of earthbenders and
I'll allow
started
it.
a prison break.
Yeah. It's a little extreme, but I think it works out.
Yeah.
Perfect.
All right. And then for Nico,
Yes.
your questions, I think the first two are yes.
Yep. And I did end at balance because my balance
I
shifted.
know. I thought for a minute, I was like, I could shift it towards loyalty again because he's yelling a lot about loyalty, but I think I'll just leave it. Just leave it there.
And then my individual question is, did you express vulnerability by admitting you were wrong or that you should have listened to someone you ignored? And I did admit I was wrong twice, in fact.
Yeah.
And remind me, is it one growth per question answered yes? Or is it?
Yes.
Okay, cool. Well, that's good. That is another thingy. And I am Zero or Zero Daylight or Michael. I am often, but as you can tell, not always, the DM or GM or whatever here. So a couple times a week, you can find me running or playing a variety of. We tend to focus at C+ content on limited series and one shots, smaller systems, a lot of Powered by the Apocalypse systems, but other kind of small publisher and indie types of games that maybe don't get quite as much visibility, but are really awesome, and they tend to be very narrative. And we, I think, collectively really love games that the mechanics are designed to help facilitate a very particular type of story, whether that be, you know, an homage to a beloved IP like, you know, this one or Star Trek or Star Wars or you name it, or you know, kind of silly investigation with monsters or little old ladies who love investigating murder, and, you know, you name it. So we play lots of fun games, and as people have mentioned, there's a lot more in the immediate future as we work through kind of scheduling to get things on the calendar. But we are going to have a robust calendar of one shots and limited series and repeats. So we do typically 3 sessions for our limited series, just because we don't want to lock people into like a weekly campaign for 9 months, because we've done that. But certainly based on your feedback, whether that be here on Twitch or on YouTube, if we enjoy the system and the characters, and you enjoy the system and the characters, we are more than happy to revisit them. One of the things that's coming up in the near future is our 3rd issue of Teen Justice Academy, our Masks teenage superhero Powered by the Apocalypse game. And Misha's going to be running that one too. So yeah, stay tuned. If you don't currently follow us on the Twitch, just click that button. It's free. Doesn't hurt you. And that's a good way of getting notified when we go live. You can also follow C+ content on Twitter. That's just all one word, C letter plus content. You can also go and check out cpluscontent.tv. That is our YouTube channel. Go ahead and click that subscribe button, also free. Click the alert button next to that little bell so you can be notified when we have new content, because everything that we broadcast live here winds up on YouTube about 24 hours later. So we've got a whole big long back catalog of everything from a long-running D&D campaign to a one-shot horror where everyone dies to soon to be it's kind of like Untitled Goose Game, but only a TTRPG. So there's a wide variety from death and destruction to complete and utter silliness available. So hopefully something will tickle your fancy and convince you to come back and join us sometime. That is my very lengthy spiel. Sorry. Also, huge thanks to Misha for stepping in to run this one.
No problem. What do you all, while we're talking here, what do you all think about this system? We're playing off of the early access rules. Yeah. I think the actual rules are being released in a few weeks, which adds a few more mechanics and I assume ways to track it. But what were you all thinking about it?
Yeah, I like it, but I'm anxious for the extra fighting techniques.
Yeah.
Like I would love to play a long campaign to this and actually like explore those mechanics and stuff.
Yeah, I think that was my one complaint with it was the techniques. It's very limited right now. Yeah. So hopefully with the new rules it'll be better.
I'm sure it's a big book. So I know. I mean, we should get our hands on it relatively soon. I'm pleased with the relative speed of advancement. I think that it's maybe easier to advance than some of the other Powered by the Apocalypse games that we've played, which makes sense because if there's a lot of flavor and variety with adding different techniques, that I think encourages you to go from zero to hero relatively quickly, which I think would be fun. So I still am not super familiar with the IP, but I think it's a fun setting, and there's a lot of lore to draw from, which I think is also super duper helpful.
Yeah, Avatar spawned so many comics that I haven't kept up on and such like that. I know this was definitely like, I would like to make an Avatar RPG, and they're like, and here's the money. It's just printing off the shelves, you know.
One assumes, yeah.
All right. Well, yeah, I'm also looking forward to the technique learning, because I do think it leads to an idea where you find somebody and they'll tell you how to do the technique, and then you need to go practice it, which is a pretty common thing that you'd even see in the show itself.
Yeah.
Yep.
So we'll see how that goes.
Yeah, I think the search for the relationship with adults and mentors, I think is an important one, at least from the structure of the playbook that I'm playing, the Bold. A lot of the drives that are available involve, earning the respect of a mentor, finding a new mentor, learning things from them. So I have to assume that means that in the full playbook, there's a little bit more mechanical support for exactly how you accomplish that. So
yeah, I assume they might have more about generating NPCs as well. The quick start guide comes with a pre-made adventure that just kind of throws NPCs in there.
Yeah.
And for this, I was just this spreadsheet has a template for how you make them, but there aren't really. It's not really codified anywhere, and I presume that the rulebook will go a little more into how to populate people and so on.
Yeah. All of which is to say, if you are an Avatar fan or a fan of Powered by the Apocalypse, or just want to kind of play a game that's fun and narrative, you can pick up the Quick Start rules for free, I think, still. And give it a try with your friends, like we did with this session. And if you like it, you can always go and pick up the full rule set and give it a try like we will.
Yeah.
We are not sponsored by them. It's just a genuine plug for a thing that we like.
Just very much enjoy Powered by the Apocalypse.
We just immediately saw this game, and all of us were like, I would like to purchase the game.
Yes.
Yes, hello. I like Avatar. I like Powered by the Apocalypse. These are two things that I enjoy.
Excellent. Cool. Well, I think we will sign off. Thanks, everyone, again. Hey, and Lissa's here. Awesome. Hey, Lissa. So thanks, and Baradar, sorry. Well, it'll be up on the YouTubes. And as we were discovering, I'm sure we will revisit the world of Avatar, especially once the full rules come out, and by which I mean Misha has a chance to fully parse them and put them into action. So great to see everyone. Hope to see you again soon. And we should probably find someone to go and raid, which I haven't been looking at. Who is up and running? That looks like they would be fun to send folks to. I see doing TTRPGs, not many people. Looks like
a lot of friends on.
Yeah, we do have a lot of friends on. So what you tell me, should we go visit a friend, or should we go make someone's day who is, running to go and quadruple someone's audience who's running D&D? Your choice. Player's privilege.
Let's make somebody
Make new friends. Yeah.
Cool.
Friends.
Let's do that. I'm just going to double check and make sure that what is being played is in fact a TTRPG, because I can't tell what this is. Talk amongst yourselves. I'm going to go ahead and set up a raid. Thanks for putting out the raid calls. Just sitting through a ad break, of course. How does one turn? How does one turn? Well, I don't know. Oh no, that is the video game. So we're going to go see Jillatized, who is playing D&D. And these are folks who are playing in person. I talked to these folks about their how they have their camera set up. We are connected on Twitter, so they've got a very cool in-person setup, which is a wonderful luxury. So let's go hang out with Jillatized, if I can remember how to raid. Cool. Awesome. So go ahead and copy those raid calls, drop them in chat when we head on over, show them some love and hype, and we will see you guys again soon. Sunday over at Lissa T's channel and Juice's TV program for a super secret surprise that isn't D&D, but it's going to be spooky. Awesome. Thanks, everybody.
Bye, guys.
Bye.